Oos, what is going on, everybody? Welcome, Submission Fishing Live. My name is Muto. Glad you could join us. And it's been a heck of a week, that's for sure. Let's see who we got in here today. Cave Dog, number one. Cal, man, you got those hours, huh? Used to come in late to all the streams. Now you're number one. I love it. Big Water Yak Fishing. What's going on, man? Oos, I know you wanted to beat Cal, but you got to get up early, man. He's here on the stream quick. Eric, the Judge Lehman. Oos, welcome. TB Metal Art. Oos, what's going on? Good seeing you guys. Everybody this Saturday. Todd doing some work. I got one of your little pieces of art hanging up on my thing. Worf TV. Coach, what's going on? Oos, welcome. Nice to meet Todd the other day. Yeah, it's cool you guys get to meet. Who else we got in here? Down in SD. Oos, welcome. Graham, what's going on? New here. Welcome, dude. Glad you can make it. Jesse Bermit. Oos. Welcome. Hopefully job search is going well. Captain Dan, what is going on in the pizza test kitchen tonight? No pineapples within miles of here. You guys get with it. Pineapple on pizza is the bomb. Graham, welcome. Glad you joined us, man. Everybody, if you see in the chat that's typing oos, it just means that they've liked the show. They've hit the like button in the bottom right there. So I really do appreciate that. It helps the algorithm, pushes it out, let people know that we're on the air and everything like that. So if you like the show, press oos. Help us out. And also, it's just cool to do. It's a cool saying. Nice martial arts saying. Excited for the DFA MMFC tournament. Yeah, definitely. Pineapple, pepperoni, and peppers. Yeah, dude. Worf knows what's up. All right, guys. Let's see. Let's get into it. See the news, San Diego news, fishing news. Not too much going on that I saw. Looks like fishing still closed in Orange County due to the oil spill. I know some people were asking about that. As far as I know, it's still a no-go. I think you can swim and surf and stuff like that, but fishing is still off limits by everything I can tell. Aside from that, the fish reports, the fish counts were pretty low, at least just based on what I've seen. Let me check them out. They've had pretty low stuff, I think. It's getting cold out there. Yeah, I mean, look, we had the dolphin. We had 9 anglers, 1 sand bass, 3 sculpin, 9 sheephead bat, 15 calicos. That was actually pretty good, 40 rockfish. So it looks like the local stuff's still pretty good. As long as you're going for rockfish and sand bass and stuff. I mean, they don't go anywhere. They don't migrate, But I mean, 5-day-and-a-half trip, 14 bluefin. That's okay. This is actually improved since when I looked at it yesterday. Oh, but there we go. 32 anglers for 16 bluefin for, a day and a half. A lot of people didn't get much on that one. 18 anglers. Oh, that was a good day and a half. So I looked at this yesterday and it was pretty poor. So it looked like it picked back up again. 18 anglers for a day and a half, 27 bluefin, 44 yellowtail, 27 skipjack. That's a good day. So yeah, it's actually improved. I mean, when I was setting up the show and looking at this yesterday, it was looking pretty bad. I mean, there was some boats come back with nothing or like 1 fish, 2 fish. 23 anglers, 52 bluefin. But that's also a 3-day trip. I mean, that's a long ways. But yeah, not too bad. 34 anglers, full day, San Diego, 4 bluefin, 80 yellowtail. That's good. I'll take that all day. That's a good trip, especially for a full day. Yeah, if you can get on 80 yellowtail and the 4 bluefin, dude, can't argue with that. That's not so bad. As far as news, I think that's all we got. Obviously, go to savesportfishing.com. Sign the petition, save our sport boats. If you guys like sport fishing, do what you can. Try to help these guys out. They need our help right now. See who else we got in here. Fresh one. Oos, welcome, man. I don't think I've seen you here before. Glad you can join us. Welcome to the club. Yeah, guys, ask questions. If you don't get any answers from me or somewhere where I don't see it, a lot of these guys in the chat, man, they got it going on. It'll usually get busier throughout the night too. People start rolling in, but I mean, you get some of San Diego's best in here, dude. I mean, sometimes you get Aaron Kruger's in here. We had Chris Blevins in last week. Sometimes C Samurai's in here. Salty Dingler. A lot of these guys are just, Brian likes to fish. There's some beasts, man. All these guys are good. So even if you don't want to listen to me, just join the chat. Get some knowledge, dude. I mean, a lot of these guys they're pro. Graham, Oos, your son rolls. Where does he train? That's awesome. I train up in Alliance, Carlsbad, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu. And they have like a headquarters down in Miramar. They're actually all over the place. All about finding the right pad of your school. Yeah, that's true. Right now, coach, because it's like the ones that don't find them, they don't get anything. But the boats that do find it, they seem to do well. That is true. You've been out there where you go on like some patties and just nothing holds, you know. You just pass one up and then you find that one and it's just like, man, they just bust out. Big water yak fishing. Yeah, the yak's still broken. Yeah, well, I took it in. So I don't know if I'm going to fish this weekend. For those of you that don't know, I took my kayak out Saturday and it was taking on water. I'd say probably the 10 hours we were out, it probably took on like 10 gallons. You know, I was bailing it out. Luckily, I had a pump and everything like that. But I took it in yesterday and I haven't heard anything. So that doesn't bode too well. So I don't know if I'm fishing this weekend or not. If I don't get it back, I'd have to get it back probably tomorrow if I was going to go, but I haven't heard from them. I know that they got to like blow air in it, bubble test it, see what's going on. I took it down to Fastlane kayaks. They're pretty good though. You know, they'll figure it out, or I'm sure they'll take care of me. They usually do. Gracie Corona. Oh, nice. You up in Inland Empire up there. Yeah, I grew up in that area. Up in the mountains. San Bernardino Mountains, Lake Arrowhead area. But I was hung out down in like you know, Riverside, Corona, Colton, all that area. Damn, I was hoping to be fixed so you can fish with us tomorrow. Dude, I want to. Well, if you're going out tomorrow night, I mean, maybe if they do it Saturday. I mean, nothing I can do, unfortunately. I'll call them tomorrow, see how it goes. You know, sometimes it's fixed and then they don't say much, but I don't know what's entailed, so I don't know what's broken. Maybe I'll call tomorrow and see what the progress is, if they're working on it or if they even found it yet or anything. Yak Mob, welcome. Dude, glad you're here. See anybody else that I missed? Dave Rage. Oos, what's going on, man? Dave, the offshore killer. You guys want some tips about offshore fishing? You ask him. We went out fishing a day and a half a couple weeks ago, dude. Every time I looked over, that dude was Bendo. Straight up slaying it. Were you fishing big water? Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, we went out fishing. Actually, so Saturday we had the Savage Gear bait drop. If you guys know Kevin Nakata, he's a rep for Savage Gear. So if you guys have any of his, you got pictures of stuff like that. I think check out his Instagram. He's like a rep or fishing rep or something like that. And yeah, show your pictures. He was cool. He came out and gave us bunch of baits from Savage Gear, Ned Gear stuff. Looks like the mud bug was the killer. The mud bug on the salamander, dragging that thing slow. I think they were getting bit on Corvina, Spotties. I know Salty came in later and was just straight up crushing it on the salamander. So I think that was like the bait to have. And then also the color of the mud bug was doing really well. So yeah, that was cool. It was Halloween. We had some people dress up. Zach Riggs was out there in the Michael Myers outfit. Yeah, I got to meet a lot of you guys, a lot of you dudes I haven't seen in a while, or just that I haven't met at all. So got to see Doug Rubin, Captain of El Sueño. A lot of times he's in here. You know, a lot of you guys at the check. Yeah, that was pretty cool. But we got free baits, got to use them. I mean, you can't argue with that. So thanks again for Kevin and Savage Gear. Yeah, that's when my kayak was taking on water. It was a slower day. I mean, I think I only got like 9, maybe like 8 or 9 fish all day. Didn't go to my usual spots. We went to like the back end of the bay and we're fishing that like military area. And then we did go to the bait barge. I usually do pretty well there. Got a few, but it was pretty slow. Seemed like it was picking up later. Salty came in and got like 9 fish like the first hour. Then it kind of shut off. Then we all got to meet up. We had Coach came by. Thanks, Coach. Cooked for us. Made us some salachas. Is that how you call them? Hot dogs, sausages. Did the bacon. It was good. It was awesome. Some of us stuck around, told stories, our old fishing stories, just our hooligan stories. Like Brian was saying, it pretty much devolved into like how to catch and release a turd in your kayak when you got to go to the bathroom, and it went downhill pretty quick. But it was still fun, man. Everybody was just joking around. We were there pretty late. I got home late that day, but it was awesome. It was cool seeing you guys for sure. I like those outings. You know, we used to have a lot more, but I think when summer comes around, we'll do them again for sure. Broken Yak, the end of the species challenge. Yeah, dude, right? It's another week. I don't know. Maybe I'll go get on a boat or something. It might be done. Hopefully it'll be done. That kind of sucks. I probably could have kept it and bailed it out. I don't know. Maybe Brian will let me go on his boat. What? Lake Arrowhead TV metal art. Yeah. Oh, you're a Big Bear grad. Dude, I didn't know that. Yeah, I graduated for Rim of the World up there in the mountains, dude. We used to play Big Bear, the King of the Mountain football game. Although I think my junior, senior year, we changed leagues and we didn't play anymore. But like, I don't know, I played football like 8 years, growing up as a kid, and then even through high school. First couple years we played you guys. So yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I used to go to Big Bear. Dude, that's cool. Go skiing up there. Todd, I didn't know that, man. Small world. It's crazy. Mountain boys, man. Yeah, I lived up there 18 years. So I do my lake fishing, man. Those little lakes up there you can crush, like Green Valley Lake, like the trout and everything. It was they'd stock them and they were just like these tiny lakes sometimes. It was pretty cool. Let's see, let me catch up on the chat here. He gave me some baits too. I will have to send him some pics and get him some video. Yeah, coach, you got some baits. Have you ever removed your rear drain plugs? My buddy removed and crossed already getting them back, and he took the water the next trip. I've taken them out, but to drain it, they were pretty tight though. We double checked those, Graham. We checked everything out. Drain plugs look good. Like after we got it off, we kind of dried it out and see if, or we're checking to see if it was like dripping from the bottom or anything. But yeah, we couldn't find anything. I don't know if it's the scupper holes or what. It was leaking pretty good though. You're gonna fish rockfish, surffish, etc. over the next few days. Yeah, rockfish is where it's at. For those of you guys that don't know what we're talking about, there's a species challenge within our club, the MMFC, and basically it's run about a month long, and it's as many species as you can catch. Every species is worth 1 point, and it doesn't matter like if it's a tuna, it's 1 point, mackerel, it's a 1 point. So everybody's been out there trying to get as many species as they can. The winner, first place winner, gets a SLX reel, and I think there's prizes for top 5. Right, I think I'm in 3rd or 4th place. Maybe I was in 2nd for a while, but been some rough outing. Like I caught an opal eye, and then it fell in the rocks, and then I had like a starry rockfish, but you know, it's too many hooks, so we released it. But then I didn't want to like. Lucky was telling me, it's not good to have that picture on. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. You don't want to put like an illegally caught fish, even though if you catch it, it's fine. You just have to release it. If you're outside the parameters. Was Todd asking what oos means?
Todd, I was asking why people say oos.
Oh, oos, Todd. Basically, it's a Japanese term. It's used in martial arts a lot, especially in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Like you hear these dudes from Brazil all the time. It's like a greeting or like an affirmation. It's sort of like what's up, or if like you see somebody doing something good, you usually be like oos, or it's also like a greeting, like you fist bump each other. You hear it all the time. If you go to like a jiu-jitsu gym, or like if you pull off a sick ass move. Usually you hear it if everybody's like watching and spectating, or you spit somebody, you'll hear like all the Brazilian dudes like ooh sir usa, it's like they get all crazy. It's just like a thing, or you say it as like a greeting. It's just sort of like slang, or it's not slang, it's a Japanese word, but it's so that's why we use it. Just moved it over here since that's kind of the submission fishing, right? Black belts in fishing, kind of blending the martial arts and the fishing world. But yeah, that's why we say it, just to let everybody know you like the show. So in a nutshell, that's what it means. Jessica had to feed the cat. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. Somebody's got to do it. TV Metal Art 8687. Yeah, man, I graduated in 2000. So I'm still an old man. I'm catching up. Ooh, Leonard, welcome. You are late, but you're here. Dude, glad you can make it. Let's see. So yeah, we had the Savage Gear drop, which was awesome. And then we went out fishing. I went out with Kevin Tuesday. Yeah, I think he hit me up Monday and he was like, hey dude, what are you doing? You want to go fishing on my boat? I'm like, yeah, let's go. So we went out Tuesday, got on his boat, and we went out, and it was pretty slow. It was so windy, it was so choppy, but Kevin's boat is badass. It's like a 25-foot skipjack. But we went to the 9. We went searching for tuna. I mean, we looked hard. You kind of heard they were here the day before, or that they were around. So we checked, and then the 9, and then what's above that, we went to the upper 9. Dude, we went all over the place. So we went south, then we went north of Mission Bay. We drove around for like hours looking for them. We found some dolphins. We found birds that we thought were fish. But we never did quite get on the tuna. We'd give it a try, man. We were out there like crazy. So we ended up, we're testing some of his line through jigs, some of the Savage Gear line through jigs, and we got bit on those. Got some rockfish. I had a couple rockfish, slow jigging, obviously. We went deep. So after we couldn't find the tuna, we went fishing for rockfish right there on the border, like at 500 feet, 550 feet. Pulled a couple out of there. So I got some rockfish home. And then I hooked up, dude, on a big ass fish, crazy. And then I lost it. It was sent it down. And you know when you're 400 feet and your rod's bendo, but when you get head shakes from a rockfish, like you know you're on something big. I was throwing a jig probably this long. It was a 300-gram jig, massive jig. I was just popping it up and it got slammed. Dude, Kevin was hyped. Everybody was hyped at it. Like it was only me and him. So I'm reeling it. And I got about 10 cranks in and it came off. And it was just like, it was such heartbreak, you know, when as slow as it is. And we were only a few fish, like 2 fish, I think, for the whole boat, maybe a couple mackerels. But dude, it sucked so bad. And then after that, of course, I lost my jig. It was a brand new jig too. It was the first day I used it. It was rigged up, hooked up a monster, dude. But yeah, when you're getting head shakes on a rockfish, it's like, you know what's gone down, dude. You know you hooked into something good. But it was good. It was a good 10-second fight. And then I lost the jig. We had to break it off. The only good thing with that is, you know, when you're pulling, when the jig is stuck and you can't even break it, like that's satisfying at least to know that like your knots are good and an all right knot in there. And sometimes, you know, when you first start using those, you're like, is this thing going to work? It's just the line to line. It's really thin, but yeah, we couldn't even break it. So we had to get out the leather gloves and just snap it off. It was like 40-pound, 60, like, yeah, 40 is, I think, what I run on that 40 braid and then 40 mono. But yeah, that sucked. Aside from that, you know, just got some on the metal jigs, got some on the Savage Gear line through spoons, I think is what they call them. Those are pretty cool. They flutter down. You check them out. Martel, what's going on, man? Your legs don't be dead going out on that kayak. Sometimes they are. Usually it's like if I've trained hard, because like Fridays we train really hard at jiu-jitsu, where we do a bunch of rounds. We call it Fridays for fighting, where so we roll pretty hard. We do quite a bit of rounds. Yeah. And sometimes that Saturday, dude, they're burnt out, like even in the morning, but I feel it in my back more, honestly, than I do my legs. It's not too bad. I think once you get used to it, I mean, we'll go out there 12 hours. I don't want to say it's no problem. We're burnt by the end of the day, but it's not too bad. Big water yak fishing, black sea bass. What about the black sea bass? You think that's what I hooked? Or a massive lingcod? I think so, dude. It was something like that, because normally, you know, those rockfish, you usually don't get the head shake from it. And I was on my slow pitch rod and it was like, yeah, boom, boom, boom. It was exciting because I felt like that thump. It almost felt like tuna thumping. And if any of you guys have caught a tuna, you know, you feel that head shake. And this was like right on the ground too. I was jigging, slow pitch jigging right on the bottom, and I was getting that, but they were bigger. Yeah, they weren't like those little fast ones. They were like these big. Man, we were pumped. I freaking lost it. Yeah, it's always that what if. It's what keeps us coming back, right? We're like, you're fishing crackhead. It's those losses make you want to just keep going back and find it. Yeah, I got that one. I think I got everybody. Sorry, guys, just checking up on the chat. Dave Rage, yeah, my lower back feels it that night and legs the next day. Yeah, usually my back is when I feel it the most. My guess is a soup fin shark, coach. Are they down there? I don't know where the soup fin shark are. Are they bottom sharks? Because like I said, we were like 500 feet. I mean, I guess they would be. Why not? That still would have been cool. I'd have been down to catch a shark. Did they hit the jigs, though? We weren't using bait or anything. I was definitely popping a jig. I've never caught a soup fin, so I'm not sure what they go after. Rockfish equals dead weight. Yeah, dude. Rockfish like give up, 3 cranks up. That's what I'm saying. The head shake is the giveaway. Rockfish are like, sometimes you don't even know if they're on, honestly. When you're slow pitch jigging, you do usually because you're feeling it, and then you feel the rod bends, but it doesn't snap back and come back, and you got them. But sometimes you're fishing live bait, it's like you actually need kind of a sensitive rod, because yeah, you don't know sometimes when you're bit. At least I don't. How many times have you just like decided to reel up and check your bait, and you're like, oh, I got a fish on. You feel it like when you're coming up. Try not to spin it off. Yeah, freaking rockfish.
That's a picture of a soup fin.
Jessica sending me pictures of soup fin. It's pretty good. It's a nice shark. Let's see. So yeah, that was it. So Kevin, we were looking for we went fishing all Saturday. All Tuesday, I'm sorry. And we went up to Mission Bay, and we tried fishing the rocks. We even put like synthetics on. Kevin was going for like a little reverse dropper loop. Man, we were rigging all kinds of stuff up, and it was tough. It just could not get bit, So we came in, like I said, we were probably out there A good 10 hours, good 10, 12 hours. I think we left at 7 in the morning. Probably didn't get back to like 7. And then he fished later with Alex. So then he went spotty fishing. Crazy. I wonder who's, we should have a fish off between Eric Lehman, the judge, and Kevin Nakata, and see who fishes longer before they die. Because those two dudes, man, they're just like, that's next level fishing. We went out Saturday with Eric and we were out all day. And then he left. He was like, "Where are you going?" So well, I'm going out to go fishing. So after we went kayak fishing, he left with one of his buddies to then go fish Mission Bay. How late were you out, Coach? I mean, not Coach, Eric. I'm curious about that. And so then Kevin, I know, got back, and then he put out the signal on Discord, and Alex came out and hopped on his boat, and then they fished spotties. I think they did pretty well. That's what I predicted too. I was like, usually when the fish don't eat that day before, they got to be hungry. They're still going to eat. It looked like they did pretty well on the spotties afterwards, but those two guys are freaking diehards. If we were both on kayaks, I would win. I think you would. I don't know. Kevin's pretty diehard too. I mean, I'm a diehard fisherman as well. I mean, I'll go see Samurai. What's going on, dude? We're just talking about you. Telling them our yeah, you just got here, dude. We're telling them about our adventures. Our adventures Tuesday, my giant lost fish, and I was telling them how you're a diehard fisherman, how you fished the night before, or not the night of after we got back. And Eric also did the same thing Saturday. We fished on land in the kayak and then went out and fished again. I want to put you guys together and see who dies first on the water or who catches the most fish. 11 p.m. How late did you fish, Kevin? Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, you guys are savages. I might have stayed. He offered me to stay. I was like, I don't know. I had jiu-jitsu the next day. I don't want to be too dead. I can't miss my jiu-jitsu classes. Yes, sir. And we fished last night too. Yeah, that's right. Did you get on him that day, Kevin? So yeah, we're telling him about this is Kevin, guys, by the way. He's a rep for Savage Gear. He's the one that put together the bait drop, give us free baits and everything Saturday. Hooked us up, test them out for him. So we're trying to get Savage Gear in some of these local markets, and we went and tested some of his stuff Tuesday. Good guy. I mean, you guys need some knowledge. That's the man right there. He did what's the word I'm looking for? Guiding. I don't know if he still does, but he used to be a fishing guide and all that. So thanks for joining, man. So see, I think we got over that. We got the thing. Yeah. So one of the topics I wanted to talk about, and I want to see if you guys are into this or if you've heard anything. Have any of you guys heard of Ikejime or Ikejime? You guys, anybody know what that phrase is? Ikejime. It's a Japanese word, Ikejime. So basically, I don't know how I came about this, but I was looking up like cleaning fish, and I found this on the internet. And basically, it's an art of dispatching the fish, but also killing the fish in a way that is humane, like when you keep fish, but it's also a way to like preserve the meat, and it's the best way to do it. And apparently, even when you go to like a Japan, sushi places and sashimi places want fish killed with ikejime. It's like a way that it's killed, a specific way that it's killed. And I was just looking up videos and stuff like that. It is pretty gnarly. I don't want to show any on here, but basically they send the spike like through the brain of the fish, and then there's a cable that they go in. It goes into like the spinal cord, and it scrambles like the whole nervous system. And then they bleed it from the gills and bleed it from the tail. And I'd heard, I always bleed my fish usually when I catch them. I don't think I did that when we were with Kevin. I didn't want to get your boat all bloody, but normally I cut the gills and bleed them. And the idea is that, the blood is what spoils the fish. It's got a lot of toxins and stuff like that. And also, it's just for the flavor and preservation, you cut the gills, bleed it out. The Ikejime style is when you pin the brain, or when you stick, like it's almost like an ice pick, you put it down in the brain, it makes the fish brain dead. But so when the fish dies, even though when you're cutting the gills, the idea is that the fish is still under stress and trauma, or it's working itself. And that's what causes a spoil in the meat. It gets all like the lactic acid and like the cortisol and all that goes into the meat. from the skin and the nervous system and all that. Like when it's panicking, when it's suffocating, or when it's dying, even when you cut the gills, it's better than just letting it suffocate, because when it suffocates, it stresses out and it spoils the meat. So the thing with the Ikejime is you spike it in the head, so the fish goes brain dead. However, even though it's brain dead, it like stops wiggling and moving, so it preserves the meat. That way they're not stressing out anymore. Even that point, you cut the gills and then you cut the tail, and then you bleed the fish out. And it's supposed to be like a far superior way to take care of fish. Kills them quickly if you're going to eat them, but apparently it's like a really good way to preserve them. Like I said, there's places in where you go to eat and it's like they want that style. So I found some resources here. I think this place like sells the thing, but yeah, it was crazy. I just went down this rabbit hole, and it's this whole thing where you hit them with the brain spike, Ikejime, the noun, and then the verb. So you kill them in the head, and what's crazy is then they put this cable through here, and it scrambles like the nervous system. So the idea is to just get the fish moving as slowly as possible, basically to kill it so it stops stressing out and stop moving. And then there's a bleeding, like a whole nother bleeding process. But I'll put this link in there if you guys want to check it out. And then there was this other article that I found, which was also pretty cool. And I'm going to show this to you guys. It's you can actually select where you're from. So if we go North America, and then you can select, we'll just go West Coast where we are, water type, we'll go offshore, and then you can select fish group. Like let's do amberjack. This is like yellowtails and stuff like that. So you can actually go in here and it'll show you the fish and where its brain is and like how to dispatch it. And then even here, there's like, you can move it over to the X-ray. So you can X-ray the version of the fish, or you can go full color. But the circles here is where you actually want to stab it. And then I guess you send that little cable down, into its thing. But this thing's got all kinds of different fish and stuff like that. So you got the amberjack, which is our thing. You've got the halibut. Oh, that's still the amberjack. Oh, so here we go fish. I just thought this was really cool. So it shows you right where the brain is. So if you guys catch some of these fish and you want to know how to go for the quick kill, or if you're interested in just severing the brain connection, this is the way to go. And then the same thing, you've got the X-ray there too, and it'll show you like where the brain is or where you're looking to aim when you dispatch these fish. Sometimes you don't know, especially halibut. I mean, I'd probably be stabbing it right here. Would have missed its brain altogether. But yeah, I'm going to throw this link in the chat for you guys. Check it out. I just thought it was pretty cool, and I was wondering if any of you ever heard that terminology.
Kevin has.
Or what you guys do or what you do to take care of fish.
Coach has.
I mean, basically, let's see who we go up here. Of course, all the masters have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Kevin knows Ikejime. Do you practice it at all, Kevin? Wharf TV Ikejime is okay. I like to sever the spine behind the gills. It disrupts the bloodline too if done properly. Yeah, I was also looking at like they say beheading is pretty good too, or just like cutting the head off real quick. But I know sometimes it can be slow. I think their argument too is also the spike, like it just puts them out really quick. I think it just, as long as you can dispatch them quickly, disrupts the bloodline too if done properly. That's awesome. Jesse has, man, a lot of you guys have heard of it. I missed the boat, man. I was all into it today, checking it out. The boat is meant to be bloody. Yeah, Kevin, I didn't want to cut it, man. I didn't know. Usually I always just cut the deals. We threw them in the ice bag. But that was interesting. So anyways, I was watching like YouTube videos on it, and some of the meat, like, obviously there's proponents for it. So people are trying to sell it to you, but they had one fish that was just killed because most of them suffocate. The thing is with the commercial fishing, when they're caught in mass, they don't have time, right? They're not dispatching every single fish, especially here on the Western market. The fish a lot of them are caught in nets, and they're mass-produced fish. They're thrown on a boat, and then they're on the deck and they suffocate and die, or they're put on ice. But by the time they get to their place, it doesn't matter when they've stressed out. The idea is that the cortisol and the blood and everything has gotten into the meat, and that's what makes it smell and makes it kind of taste sour, is because it wasn't taken care of. So when you go to the market, and you get fish, that's why it doesn't last so long. And they were showing one fish that they killed Ikejime, and then one that suffered, and they let them or suffocated itself to death. They put them in a fridge for like I think it was like 2 weeks or something like that, and they cut them open. And it was pretty convincing. I wish I had the link here, but it was like the Ikejime fish was pretty clean. There was like no blood in the thing, and the one that was suffocation, was like red and pink. And they had like some lady testing it, and they almost couldn't even eat the other one, But the Ikejime fish was, it was still. I mean, they were just eating it raw, and it was like 2 weeks been in the fridge and was still pretty fresh. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, Captain Dan, it's a style of dispatching fish in the spearfishing world, modified style without the cable part that produces. Yeah, for the spearos. Yeah, the cable part's interesting. I saw the cable. So they stick a cable down the spine. Like, so once you have the hole in the brain, the cable goes through and it travels along. It's crazy watching them do it. Like, and then they stir it in there while the fish is whole, and it separates the nervous system and the spinal cord. The idea is to just get it. And sometimes you see it go in, and like the fish flops around real quick, and then it does it. It seems like the brain spike automatically makes them brain dead. So I don't know how much nervous system's going on. Some of them were like, didn't really talk about the cable system. Most of them were like the brain spike and then the bleeding to preserve the fish. And then some of them like that went all the way through as the cable. But that was interesting how it was a really high demand thing. I guess in Japan, it's something that's like advertised. You eat their sushi, or that they'll only buy Ikejime killed fish. They don't want fish that has been suffocated to death. So I just thought that was interesting. And I think I'm going to try it. I put a spike in because I always cut the gills, and I think that's good. Even at minimum, if you do want to bleed it, that's the way to go. Just, you usually don't want to just set them there and let the meat spoil. Let's see here. Looks like there's $100 bet on the fish off with Eric, Big Yak, and Kevin. Dude, I'd love to see that. Is it worth $100?
2 days.
He said regular get 2 days. I believe it, dude. I've seen it, but I think Eric can too. That's the thing, Kevin. Don't sleep on the judge. See Samurai Ikejime War. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat here, guys. So behind the gills. Salty, what's going on, dude? Glad you can make it. Okay, so $100 for the longest yak. Eric says no standing up. But Kevin says he's sitting your yak. You guys are crazy. I think it's worth $100 to me. If you guys want to do it, I'd be down. I'd be down to see it.
Somebody please take a GoPro with them.
Yeah, just take a GoPro. All the food and bathroom breaks. You guys would have to be like straight up camping on your kayaks. That's nuts. So you guys on the yak 2 days straight, someone's gonna have to catch and release. Dude, Dave, that's right. Someone's gonna have to use our technique. Throw it overboard. Bring piles of ice. What's that, for the fish, coach, or for the 2 day yak trip? I fish all day without any food. Jesse, yeah, I usually eat once around 10. I'll fast for like 12 hours. Then I'll eat once, usually in the kayak. 3 days plus in a row. Well, you've been on a kayak, or you just didn't eat?
He's fasted.
Fasted. I did 10 days. 10 days in a row is my record. It's pretty brutal. I say get rid of the money and just do it for bragging rights. Dude, I don't think Eric doesn't do anything without money. I think he wants to bet on everything. I also want to thank Eric. I won a lure from him and Zach. We had a contest on Saturday, so whoever caught the longest fish got to. It was pretty cool. Whoever caught the longest fish on the lure got to choose a lure of one of the others on one of their setups. So I caught a 14 and a half inch, I think, at the bait barge. So I got one from Zach, and then I got one from Eric. Took one of Eric's little Amazon jigs, and then Zach, I was going to take his Savage Gear one, but he didn't want me to. I thought he wouldn't want it because it was free. I was like, "Oh, just give me your free one," because I was like, that would hurt less. He was like, "Oh, dude, are you serious?" I was like, I felt bad. I felt bad taking both the jigs, honestly. So like the competition sounded cool at the beginning, but then when it came time to take both their jigs, like I felt really, really bad about taking them. So Eric's like, "Oh, pick whichever one you want. You can even have my A-rig if you want." I'm like, dude, that's brutal. So I just took one. And then Zach, like, I really didn't want to take one of his jigs, but I guess a bet's a bet, right? So then he gave me something with the dragon tail. So he still gave me one with these. Like, here, I hate this one. I was like, all right, I'll take that one. I think it was like a warbait's head. It wasn't an underspin. It just looked like a weedless warbait's head, but it had a one of the Savage Gear dragon tails on it. So I took that one. So I got 2 new jigs. So it's a pretty cool contest. I got to be honest with you guys, though. It was tough taking the jigs, to be honest with you. Then at the end, like, what if you have a really good one? I don't know. That's playing with fire. Because if you get somebody that's got no mercy, man, you got a nice jig hooked up on there, they're gonna take it off. I see how that can go south. Somebody gonna be jigging up, put the lead heads on with the shaky heads or something. Put the cheap stuff on when it comes time if you know you're gonna lose. I offered you my A rig. You did offer the A rig. I know you did. I was like, I'm not gonna take your A rig. Come on, man. That's brutal. I'm not that bad. I felt bad taking any of the baits. I would have taken yours, right? You probably would have. I should have took your A rig now. Took your A rig and then never done the competition again. That's a good combo. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fish it, Kevin. The dragon tail. I owe you a lure then, Widow. Yeah, I don't think you did the thing though. Big water. I think it was just me, Zach, and Eric doing the competition. I lost the A rig right at the end there. Yeah, right. Take that thing off quick, dude. Throw on the lead heads. No, I think I just got one of his little cheapo Amazon ones. What do you want from my box? I don't think you did the competition though. Did you, Big Water? Maybe you did. I didn't know.
How long was his fish then?
Yeah, how long was your fish? Maybe you won and we didn't know. It will be streamed. What are you going to stream, Kevin?
The 2 days.
The 2 days on the kayak? Dude, that'd be epic. Like a marathon stream. You should do it, raise money for something or something like that. People can go in and like donate. That'd be cool.
Ask them if they've all emailed Carb about the Save Fishing.
Jessica wants to know if you guys have all emailed Carb with the savefishing.com.
I emailed them.
She emailed them. She even wrote them, right? Wrote him a letter, wrote him an email, signed the thing. It's really easy.
I'll put a link in.
I talked about that earlier.
November 19th is like the day they're voting on it or something.
November 19th is when they're voting on it, guys. So put the push on. Yeah, so anyways, the Ikejime, I just thought that was cool. Thought I'd bring that up to you guys if you haven't heard of it. Thought I'd bring something new to the table. I definitely haven't. Let's see what else we got here. So the boat update. Those of you guys that know, I'm getting a boat, getting a fishing boat. Supposed to be here, I think, pretty soon now. They said this month. I think in the next week or two they should have it, and then I think probably be another couple weeks where they do the electronics and everything like that. So the guy said Thanksgiving. That's supposed to be the date. Whether or not that's true, I mean, we'll find out. I mean, hopefully it is. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Go out there and slay some fish on that thing. I don't know about the winter though. It's been rough. It's been pretty hard. Kevin signed the carb letters to state senators. Yeah. Email comments. Did the automated one also. Yeah, awesome, Leonard. Cave Dog, he emailed Carb. Salty. Yeah, good job, guys. You guys all signed it. Got to make that push, man. Got to save these guys. At least do what we can. At least try to save it. But yeah, hopefully I should be getting the boat pretty soon. Start taking some of you guys out.
Let's take.
I need to take guys out for. Yeah, we're taking suggestions for names. That's what Jessica said. We don't have a name for it.
I don't want to name it the Little Tootie.
I don't know if you need it. Do you need it? I don't think. Was it Brian's boat? Doesn't have a name. I don't think. We just call it the Cool Baits boat. But yeah, I don't expect many fish. I'm actually kind of excited about getting it for the winter. We can just go screw around, maybe do some rock fishing and stuff like that. Then when summer comes, I'll already have a whole bunch of trips under my belt. I can just get out there and hit it hard. Learn all the stuff. Because it sucks if you go out during the summer and you're like trying to fish, but you like don't know how all your stuff works, and you're just like watching everybody else catch, and you can't really get on them. So I think it'd be cool to go through the winter, kind of practice everything, get good with it, and then when summer comes around, we can go slay, get some confidence, go to the islands. I'm looking forward to going out with Kevin. Tell me about all these places, man. All these islands, all these places he goes. Call it the Oos. Call it Oos. That's pretty cool.
Jessica's new boat. That's right.
Jessica's new
That's
boat.
right, Dave.
You guys like that name, huh? I didn't think about that. Like the Oos or just Oos? The Oos, that doesn't make sense.
You'd have to name it
Just Oos. That's pretty cool. Maybe we'll do that. We'll see how it does. See if it slays. See if it's a fishy boat. Otherwise, I'm selling it. Getting a new boat. Yeah, so that's good. I could take some of you guys out. We can get us some fish. I'm trying to take people out that know how to fish on boats first. Like Kevin, I'm taking Kevin Nakata out first. Or Dario. Dario, too. That dude's like a straight up captain. I haven't seen Dario in here for a while, but Dario I'd like to take out. I just want to take you guys out so I can use you for my own embetterment. Okay, so it's $100 for longest yak. Or it says no standard. Okay, we already got that. According to Shuju Takasi, 9th Jan JKF, Goku Kai deceased. Us has a very specific meaning. When asked in an interview to explain the meaning Us, he responded, "It is an important Japanese value. Us means endure and suppress yourself." There you guys go. Yeah, I'm ready, Kevin. And then Kevin, how'd you get your boat started? Yeah, so and Kevin called me the next morning. He was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Are you fishing? My boat's not working." I was like, "Oh, dude, what the heck happened? I guess your battery died or something like that." I took my kayak to Fastlane, I think, right after I talked to you. And then I think you and Alex had left. I was like, "Oh, man, I should have hopped on with him." But I think I got there like an hour after. You guys had already went back out. The boat was in gear. Dude, that sucks. Doug Ruben. Oos, what's going on? El Sueño. Captain Doug in the house. Welcome. Dude, glad I can meet you this last Saturday. Good stuff, man. Another person to meet. He didn't have a neutral, yeah. Let's see what else we got here. So MMFC versus the DFA event. Kiwi Reacts, what's going on, brother? Glad you can join. Glad you can make it. Good seeing you. Yeah, so the MMFC versus DFA, for those of you who don't know, MMFC, Mad Max Fishing Club versus DFA. That stands for Death from Above. 2 fishing clubs here in San Diego. Going to go to war. I guess it was a challenge from DFA. You guys, see him in here sometimes. Roger's in here and his brother Aaron Kruger. They're in chat every now and then. If not, you can find him on Instagram. I mean, Aaron Kruger's all over the place. We bet he came out Saturday too, so we saw him Saturday at the Savage Year Bait Drop. Got some pictures with him. Got to talk to him a little bit. So no, Salty, I haven't got my kayak back yet, so I don't know if I'm fishing this Saturday. I took it in. I haven't heard from him. You guys, my kayak was taken on water. It's got a crack or something in it, so I took it into Fastlane, but I haven't heard back, dude. So I don't know if I'm fishing this weekend, which sucks because it's like, I guess like a short pound. It's the last week of the species thing. I can maybe go get some surf fish or something like that, but yeah, I don't know if my kayak's going to be a thing, unfortunately, unless they call me tomorrow and say, yeah, it's ready. So yeah, MMFC versus DFA. DFA stands for Death from Above. They're a fishing crew. So it's my understanding they challenged us. It's going to be the five anglers on each team, and it's my understanding. I don't think it's just MMFC versus DFA. I think any clubs, or I think it's any team, honestly, that can put together 5 people is going to be in the thing. I saw Roman. If you guys don't know Roman from Fishy Hour, actually go to Roman Castro on YouTube. He's got a show like this. This is where this show came from. So go check out his show. And he's got more details. He was putting it together today on Discord, seeing who wants to go from the MMFC. And I don't know how they're going to select teams. I don't know if they're doing like the top 5 from Spotty Bowl or how they're going to do it, or just see who's interested and then go from there. But I think the teams can be from any organization. I don't believe they have to be from the 2. And I think we have multiple teams going to. Initially, I thought it was like one team MMFC, one team DFA, but it looks like it's opened it up. So I think we're going to have multiple teams depending how many people go, and DFA is going to have teams as well. So it's spotted bay bass only, 5 fishermen. And I think it's the only, I could be wrong. You guys might have to look at the rule. Go look up Aaron Kruger on Instagram. I think it's only the top 3 fish out of the 5. So the 5 people and the top 3 fish. So we're fishing, I think 6 a.m. until 1. 1 p.m. you have to be back at Dana Landing to turn in your photos for the like there's not a weigh-in obviously for the measurement or something. That's how it works. So if you guys are interested in that, and you're part of MMFC, let Roman know. Go in the Discord, and even if you're not part of our group, and if you guys want to be, go check out like Fishy Hour Discord or look up Roman Castro. He's got a link to the Discord. It's not like an exclusive group or anything. You just have to be hazed in one time, get jumped in. Just kidding. You don't have to do that. It's not like an official club yet. So anybody that's in here, you guys can join. We're all on Discord. We go fishing together. We have events. A lot of people just talk fishing. So look up Roman. Find Roman Castro. He's got the link, and he could get you in the Discord. He started the MMFC group and all that. So, it's his Discord, and he controls all the stuff. So get a hold of him, and he's open with the link. Like I said, it's not exclusive. You don't have to be like invite or anything. You just got to get the link from him. The only thing we ask is that you be cool. If you're a douche, we're going to kick you out. So no talking trash, no being disrespectful. You guys know there's not a lot of rules. You just don't be a dumbass. I think it's pretty good, honestly. Most people in there are cool. And you want to know why? Because we mostly always meet. It's not like an online forum where, everybody's a hard ass. Everybody's a tough guy when you're like chatting on somebody. You never meet somebody face to face. But it's funny that we all know each other. We all fish together. It's funny how everybody gets along and everybody's cordial and everybody's respectful to each other, because there's a good likelihood that you're going to meet up at some point. And I think that keeps people honest, at least that's my thing, right? You go onto a forum where nobody knows anybody and everybody's anonymous and everybody's a smart ass and a know-it-all. So it's a pretty good group of guys. I mean, I've never seen any nonsense in the chat. And even when we go out, man, everybody helps each other. Everybody's friendly. Everybody gets along. So it's a good place. If you like fishing and you're cool, you can join. But yeah, just know you get the banhammer quick if you can't play well with others. It's just simple as that. If you enjoy fishing and you're cool, join the Discord, MMFC. Like I said, it's not an official club or anything. It's just like a group of guys that go. I think they've been wanting to do official club, but I haven't heard anything in a couple weeks about that. Catch up here. Zachary Riggs, what's going on? My former partner from Spotty Bowl. Yeah, so if you guys are interested in that, MMFC versus DFA, it's coming up in December, I believe. So if you want to fish, like I said, you don't have to be a part of affiliation, but you do need 5 people. I believe it's $20 a person, so it's $100 for the team. And then I think the winners go to first and second, and all the money gets paid out. I don't think they're taking any money for anything. So that could be a pretty big pot, you guys, especially if even if 2 teams go. I mean, that's $100. What? $100, $200. If we're getting multiple teams, even if there's like 5 teams, I mean, $500, and if all that's getting paid out to the people, that's pretty good. I mean, that could be a team of 5. You could potentially make $100 a person. I think it's pretty good for a nice local tournament. Let's see here. Where if I'm shore pounding? You shore pounding right now, Kevin? Sorry, I'm catching up on the chat, guys. I put together a couple. Okay, so coach is saying he may put together a couple shore pounders. Dude, that'd be awesome. You and Alex, that'd be a good team. Are you going to do it, Kevin? Or are you just shore pounding right now? Oh, he'll join your team, dude. That'd be a good team. See Samurai Coach. Yeah, I don't know how teams are being selected, but you guys can do your own team too. I don't think yours. Or maybe go through the Discord and let Roman know what you want to do, and he might sort you into they'll give you the sorting hat like Harry Potter. see where we get sorted in the tournament. We'll have like the Slytherin house. What would the fishing houses be if we had a Harry Potter fishing crew? I don't even know. The pirates, the fish slayers. We'll have to come up with that. Get sorted. Papyrus for life. That's right, Zach. We were the Papyrus because we have papaya-colored kayaks. We were on a team last year for Spotty Bowl, so that was pretty fun. That was awesome, Zach. Glad you fished with us too. By the way, Zach was the one with the Michael Myers mask. When you see him on Instagram and all that, everybody with the knife and the thing. Hopefully I'll have a video out And I have a video out this week because I went fishing with Kevin. I've been trying to do a video a week. It seems like whenever I go fishing, when I went offshore, I missed a week too, and then this week, but it's pretty much edited. I'll hopefully have it out tomorrow. Have a new video out. One where we just went south of Mission Bay, where Cal's, where we got pulled over by the fishing game and we got checked up. So that'd be a pretty good video. Launched my Zodiac at a Dana 5 miles out and encounter a shark. I had to get the F out of there quick. What kind of shark was it? Definitely gonna share. Definitely gonna shore pound the tournament. Dude, that's awesome, Kevin. Is there any reason you want to shore pound the tournament as opposed to kayak, or you just want to try it out? So fun. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. The slime buckets. I don't know what. Oh, the slime buckets. What is that? A fishy Potter house? Harry Potter fishing house? Yeah. Well, so we're gonna see how Roman assorts us in there.
The house bait creepers.
The house bait creepers. That's pretty funny. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I mean, I think I burnt through everything I got. I mean, I don't think we have anything else going on. Check the boating, MFA, DFA. We got fish spotty bowl coming up too. So that's another one you guys got to look out for. Look like a Mako. What's that?
I feel like that just ended.
What's that?
Spotty bowl.
Jessica says she feels like spotty bowl just ended. That's pretty funny. It did just end. No, it's been ended for a while, but I think it starts back up in January for sure. Where was the crack in your kayak, Zach? I don't know. It's in, like I said, Fastlane has it. I haven't heard from them. I took it in yesterday, so they had it all day, most of the day yesterday, all day today. I think I'm gonna call them tomorrow. It'd be nice if it was done tomorrow. Yeah, because like I said, otherwise I don't know what I'm gonna do fishing wise. Maybe I'll just go on the back of Eric's kayak. We'll sit tandem style. I'll fish off the back. They have the advantage, I would say, Kevin. Who has the advantage?
DFA.
The DFA? Yeah, DFA are killers, dude. You guys don't sleep on them. They specialize in spotties, guys. So their club is primarily a spotty club. I know Aaron Kruger, that's like his thing, is like spotted bay bass. His brother too. I mean, they're out there fishing the spotties like all the time. You know, we like to fish everything. I know I do. I like to go offshore, sand bass, halibut. I like spotties too, but they're not like my primary. They're not like my primary goal of what I always want to fish. I do like fishing spotties when it's like competitive or when there's a tournament, like a spotty tournament is fun. But yeah, dude, these dudes fish them all the time. It's like their specialty. So it's gonna be a tough act to beat, definitely. Big water, my guess is scupper. Yeah, that's what everybody seems to say in the scupper hole leak. That seems to be consensus. How and where do you target opali? Jesse, I get them just at the like the rocks here. So like I live in Carlsbad. I think you can go to any wherever there's the like the jetties on the rocks or the riprap, wherever they've got the rock pilings. I go during high tide and basically I just drop right there on the rocks. I get as close as I can. I find a little hole. So high tide I like because the tide comes up. It's what fills the rocks up more. They live all in those little rocks and the crevices, and they come out and eat. So I like to go kind of during high tide, especially when the tide's not ripping too much. And I go right in the current end. And I've even got them pretty shallow too. Last time I got one, it was like 3 feet of water. I was like inside the jetty, but just where the rocks were. And I just drop right there. I use green peas. I just got a little tiny hook and I threw green peas on it. So I got an opali. And then I went to go take a picture and it shook off the hook and it fell in the rocks, which is fine. The rocks were full of water. It like swam away. Ended up catching a spotty on the peas. But last year, that's how I was catching opali too. I got like 3 or 4 right there. So that's what works for me. Green peas on a little tiny hook. And like you can use a weight. I was using like a 3 ounce because inside the jetty's pretty heavy. You could probably get away with 1 ounce. Or like a nail, like Coach likes to put like a 16 penny nail on the end of a mono leader and just drop it down. Says he doesn't seem to get stuck. I don't know if it just goes in and out. What else was I going to say? Shrimp. I think Salty said he was catching them on shrimp. So I think a little piece of shrimp. I just recommend small hooks. Get little tiny hooks. Even like a little treble hook has worked for me. But yeah, the peas, shrimp, anything small, but just dump it like right there on the rocks. on the surf, right along the surf. At least that's where I've had success. I think anywhere you've got the rocks or the jetty, you should be fine. I would imagine in Newport, Dana Point, probably all the same. I know Coach was saying there was some good fish at Dana Point too, right there. If you walk on the rocks like that rock bank, although I think they're closed down for fishing. Because technically it's Orange County. So you're probably gonna have to go outside that because of the oil spill. But I know down here you can get them right there on the jetty. Let me see here. Let me see where I'm at in a day or so. Oh, you guys still talking about the competition? Yeah, that'd be cool if you guys join. We don't compete with each other. DFA has been on skiffs lately. Ooh, Eric got the inside intel. They're leaving the shore. That's cool. Yeah, they're probably deadly on skiffs. But I know they shore pound a lot too. But if they're on skiffs, yeah, that's game changer. It's basically a boat. I mean, they can get around quick. And boat will be the ticket, man. That's what I found, especially with these short events. If they're like 4 hours or less, being able to get around, like if you can go to South Bay and then North Bay, I mean, you could probably hit Mission Bay, San Diego Bay all in a day on a boat. You know, you're kayak or short pounding, you're kind of stuck to wherever you decide to go. So I think even short pounding, you're probably a little better because you can always just get up and move. You can fish an area. It was not panning out. You can even get in a car and like go to a different area pretty quick. I mean, when you're in a kayak, I think you're off the water, which is better, but I think your area is actually really restricted because it's not realistic that this place sucks. You can go so far, but you burn up a lot of time paddling. And then when you get there, maybe you do one other spot. Aside from that, you're not going to have enough time to load up your kayak, move to a different bay, and move to a different spot. Where even shore pounding, you can hit a place really quick, fan it, see if there's anything. But even within that time limit, if you're taking one or two rods, dude, you could hop in a car and move to a totally different area or a different bay, all still within the time limit. So you can't get as deep and you can't get into some of the prime areas. But if you know where you're fishing, I think that's good. Boat, I think, is probably number one. But yeah, I never really thought about that. Of course, you can't get deep in the shore pounding. That's the only thing. But I think the weather's so cold. I think the spotties are pretty shallow anyways. Oh, they're getting there. Probably deeper south in the bay is the way to go. Because it's getting cold and they're getting skimpy. I skunked to Carlsbad Lagoon with all those techniques 2 days. You went for the P, Dave, down on the lagoon? Man, I usually always get something on there. Just dip it in there. If you look at opalite, the little perch are out there too. I don't know if they eat the peas, but they can get the sand crabs. Like if you just dig in the dirt and get a sand crab out, I know you can get some of those perch. So I might have to do that this weekend. Go buff up the species count. I mean, I could probably get like 3 just right there off the surf. At least bump my numbers up a little bit. Yeah, you thought we were going to get your species count up, but nothing. Carlsbad. Dude, Carlsbad Lagoon sucks. It is hard. It's tough fishing, dude. It's not like, I think the lower lagoon is better. What is that? The Hedonia? Or is that Bataguitos? Which one is which? Hedonia is the far one, right?
I think Bataguitos is the one that's right off
by La Costa.
Yeah. I could Google it if you'd like me to.
I live here in Carlsbad. I don't even know which lagoon is which. But the further one down by La Costa, I think is a little better. It's small. There's not like much fishing area, but I think maybe that's why not a lot of people go there. And I don't think they dredge that one. Even on the P's. Maybe try the Marvin. What's going on, dude? Welcome. DJS 760. What's up, Mike? What's going on, dude? Who is DJS 7? I probably know you. If you know my first name, I'm sure you know me. That was funny where like Kevin was like, so is Muto your name? I was like, yeah. I mean, it's my last name. I was like, my first name is Mike. And he was like, yeah, Muto's better. And I was like, yeah, I agree. Reason I go with my last name is there's just so many Mikes. I mean, there's even in my work, there's like multiple Mikes. There's like Mikes everywhere. So even when you're in the clubs, dude, I got like the most 80s name in the world. If you're born in the 80s, there's 50% chance your name is Mike. So
you ready?
Yeah.
Agua Hedionda is the one that you fish.
Agua
off of Tamarack.
Hedonja. That's the one I fish off Tamarack, yeah.
And then
Bataguitos. Bataguitos is further. So try Dave Rage or Dave Rage. Try Bataguitos. I think I have a little bit better fishing there. Danny Boy Fishing. What's going on, dude? Glad you could join us. Opaleye on peas. Oh yeah, Marvin. That's what we were talking about. Opaleye on peas. Small calicos 2 throughout Mission Bay rocks. We're giving him that same advice. He was saying he was fishing up here, Marvin, and Dave Rage was trying that technique in Carlsbad because we have the rocks up here too, and I usually get them on the peas, but Mission Bay rocks work too. Small calicos. Yeah, I caught a spotted bay bass on a pea last weekend. Last time I was fishing for it wasn't even the weekend, it was during the week. I was fishing for Opaleye and caught a spotty, which is freaking crazy on a pea of all things. Yeah, good advice though, dude. Marvin, thank you. 3 to 4 inch grubs. TB. I'm at the Campland next weekend. What do you guys suggest for spotties? 3 to 4 inch grubs. There you go. Todd, ghost shrimp is fire. Yeah, dude, the ghost shrimp is no joke. Not much, Danny. Hey, Danny, are you gonna do the we were talking MMFC DFA competition. So I don't know if you heard about it, but they're doing a bay bass tournament, I think in December. So it's 5 people. We get a multiple teams. And I don't know if Aaron Kruger, if you go to his Instagram, you can see the rules and stuff like that. But we're setting teams up for that now. So I think it's the top 3 fish. So 5 people on a team, it's $20 each. So it's $100 per team, but then all the money goes to top 1 and 2. So I don't know if you heard about that. I think you should join. You go out there slaying. Because I think you topped top 4 in Spotty Bowl or something like that. Should probably do pretty well. Sea Samurai. Yeah, you guys check out the Savage Gear Salamander. Because we're getting bit, dude. Mudbug color. Go find it. Salty was killing it. Sea Samurai was killing it. So if you guys are looking for spotted bay bass, the Savage Gear Salamander Mudbug color was doing really well. Let's see. Dave Rage out in front of the WSB facility. I see you guys getting octopus there all the time. I was talking. Danny, you were talking with Aaron Kruger about it. I'm in. Oh, nice. What team are you going to join? Aren't you part of, what are you? Are you Yak Ninjas? I don't remember. Or are you something else? There's so many different little clubs. Bait ties solve bait issues. Yeah, what Cave Doc's talking about is you can actually tie like bait down. Like if you're fishing with mussels for the bait challenge, I know some of these guys were working with it last year, like taking the mussels and you can tie like some yarn or something really thin actually on the hook. Sometimes it goes down and it just disintegrates and falls off or they pick at it. But actually tying bait on a hook is a legit strategy. So you guys check that out if you're having trouble with those loose baits. But mussels too, mussels slay. Just pick them off the rocks. Although I think there's a limit to that. So I think you've got, well, you can do 10 mussels or something like that. So you can't just go ham on those, or maybe it's so many poundage. I'm not sure. I'm sure Coach knows the answer to that. But yeah, if you go during like low tide, especially, dude, you can just scrape them off. Just straight up go over like the pilings under the bridge, get the mussels off of there. That's perfect bait. But there's a limit to that too. So just be cautious. You're not over there just taking them all. So Zach Riggs, yeah, Zach. So he did well in the chartreuse salamander. That's like that bright green yellow one. I know everybody else was doing good on the mud bug, natural colors. That's cool. The chartreuse was getting bit too. So I think pretty much anything will get bit. Salty, I need the 3-inch dragon tails and mud bug. Yeah, guys, we're talking about the Savage Gear baits, by the way. Where you've been running those on a Ned rig style. So the Savage Gear baits on the Ned rig, we've been using the mud bug. I guess there's a dragon tail coming out. Cool stuff. But yeah, we're slaying it on that. If you guys check it out. All-nighter Hider. We can start now. Bit. What's going on, Hider? Welcome to the end of the show. Glad you can join us.
Maybe they want the show to go till 8:30.
I want the show to go to 8:30. I don't know.
You got 28 people on now.
I know everybody shows up at the end. I noticed that too last time.
Maybe they want this to go longer.
Should we push the show back like a half an hour, you guys? Or should we just do it longer? We can do it longer, but I need to come up with more. I need to find more content. Mm-hmm. I don't mind doing it a little later. I want to respect your guys' time too. Just sitting here jabbing it up. But I mean, we could talk fishing all day. I'll do that. The watermelon with black flake got the biggest one for me. Oh, interesting. Was that the one I gave you at the end, Salty? Or did you switch it up again? I know I gave you one of my salamanders, but I don't know which one. If it was that one. I think anything dark seemed like it was doing well that day. Kevin, I'm gonna pick up some salamanders tomorrow from English Choice. Nice, big water. Hell yeah. 3-inch mudbug salamander sounds fishy. It was, dude. Cal, that was getting slayed, dude. Oh, salty, yeah. See, give salty my best color away. That's all right. I don't like fishing the Ned rig, anyways. It's okay. Ned rig gets bit though, guys. It's no joke. If you guys are like new to fishing or you haven't fished for spotted bay bass or sand bass, go for the Ned rig, dude. It's easy. It works. I mean, it's proven. It's a little boring for me, to be honest with you. I'm kind of in I'm in camp with Brian. Brian likes to fish. I know he doesn't really like fishing the Ned rig either. Although I fished it a lot last year or the beginning of 2020 when I when I first really got into the kayak thing. And I was fishing like spotted bay bass specifically. The Ned rig was slaying for sure. That was like the go-to. But it's just like it's a little slow. It's a little slow pace for me. You know, you set it down, especially if you're just drifting. It's a little better if you're like teasing it, bouncing it, bringing it in. But yeah, sometimes I get impatient when I'm fishing and I'm like, I just want to try something else. And I think that's why Brian likes that underspin. You know, something about I like that real active fishing. That's why I'm into like everything I do is like slow pitch jigging, right? It's like that you're constantly doing something. Like it feels like you're creating the fish to bite, you know. But don't sleep on it, man. Ned rig. I think it was the most fish bait during Spotty Bowl. So we did some numbers and got the statistics, and I think that was number one. So it's up there. A rig too. I was fishing about as aggressive as you can off of a Ned. No dragging or drifting. Yeah, so you're actually casting it, reeling it, popping it up and stuff like that. I think that's the way to do it. Yeah, I do, but just like, oh my gosh, drifting with a Ned rig. That puts me to sleep. I'll just take a nap. That's like my lunch break bait. When I want to take lunch, I just throw a Ned rig on and stick it in the rod holder and then start eating my lunch. And yeah, usually you get bit, especially if you're just over like a nice little grassy area. It's crazy. You get slammed on that thing. Especially if you go out like Glorietta. Oh, dude. Go on that hillside over by the like across the bay. Or even that front area. If you guys go to like a Glorietta and you take a left, there's like a little shelf right there. There's like that one lone dock. There's a million fish over there. They're tiny. But if you want to catch fish, you just drop a little Ned rig down there. Sea Samurai. We have heavier heads. Nice. Is that like passive aggressive? Passive aggressive, yeah. Is that aggressively fishing a Ned rig? It's pretty hard to do. Yeah, Hyder, what are you up to? Shooting the 9mm 12 gauge and 5.56. Nice. Where are you at? Out here in California, Arizona. I haven't been out shooting in a while. I should go. Maybe this weekend I'll go. I just don't like burning up all the ammo. Oh, bow and arrow. Yeah, I haven't gone bow and arrow shooting either for a long time. Go to Rainbow. All right, guys. We're at that time. 108. Thanks for joining, dude. It was awesome. Unless you guys have anything else you want to hit on, or if you have any more questions, cut you guys loose, let you go. Thanks for joining. Hopefully you learned something. Like I said, check out the Ikejime technique. I think I'm going to try it and just see if the fish taste any better. If you guys came here late, watch the replay on the show. It's kind of like an art of killing the fish quickly and then cleanly, trying to get the blood out. So we went over that a little bit, and I put on some resources too in the chat if you guys want to check that out. Let's see. We've got safesportfishing.com. Sign that thing. Check out MMFC versus DFA. So if you guys do want to join the tournament we've been talking about, go sign up. Definitely go check that out. If it's something you're interested in, like I said, you don't have to be in either one of the groups. I think you just need 5 people, and you can join your own, do your own little thing. Yeah, and I think that's all I got. If you guys want to support the stream, you can go to submissionfishing.com. Got hats like this, got stickers, anything like that. So yeah, if you guys want to help out, you can do that. If you're trying to get your black belt in fishing, show that submission fishing pride, throw a sticker on your car. That'd be awesome. More than anything, thanks for joining, guys. We hit 400 subscribers today, so it's going up. I know I haven't been doing this YouTube thing very long, but we're getting there slowly but surely. So we hit 400 today. That was cool, dude. It's growing. I mean, every day I'm getting new subs, so Stream's growing. I like to see that. You guys come in, ask questions, join the show. Like I said, Marvin, I see you in here. See some new faces, and yeah, guys, use the chat. Even like I said, even if you're not here for me, ask some of these dudes in here, man. There's the wealth of knowledge that you guys have at your fingertips just in this chat is crazy. So a lot more experience than I have. I'm just here hosting the show, but the real knowledge is right here in the chat. But hopefully I'll be out there this weekend. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if the kayak's going to be fished. I guess you guys can get me on Discord. I'll hopefully have a video out for you guys tomorrow. And yeah, if anything else comes up, I'll let you guys know in the Discord. If not, I'll see you guys here next week. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. I'll be here, guys. Bring your questions, and we'll keep doing it and have a good show for you guys. Thanks for joining. See you next time. Oos.